one of the films that I'm working on is sort of going to go the like online festival route if things aren't open. And that's a little bit clear because, you know, online festivals sort of, they stick to their dates no matter what happens, right? You know,
Right.
so like, even if we're in a lockdown, they're still going to have an online film festival, right? But the other film that I'm doing where they want to sort of like see if they can get it in a festival, you know, with people or like, you know, on some screens, you know, that's we have no clue when, there's no timeline for that, right? Because we just really don't know when things are going to be back up.
Are you trying to get it? Is it because you're trying to get it like an in-person screening? Like you want that authenticity of going to the movies and, you know, having deservedly so, right? Because I've seen, you know, so far your content, I've seen what you put out, and we've done podcasts before, you know, explaining about man versus food and long, long time.
Exactly.
So I can only imagine, you know, the between the passion, the effort being put into play, and, you know, also considering all the people on board, right? Like the production crew, the cast. It's also rewarding for them to have that experience.
That's a great.
So yeah, is that something that that kind of bothers you in a way where it's like, even if you have to go the online route, you're not too crazy about it?
I'm not too crazy about the online route, to be honest,
Yeah.
because the whole thing about the film festivals and putting your film into a sort like the film festival circuit is like, is that that's where you make your network, right? You know, if you're an art director and
100%.
you did a great job doing an art directing on a film and you go to a film festival and you hand your card out to everyone and they see you did an incredible job, that's sort of how you compound your networking. You know, it's similar to the way we met at, you know, the Rainbow.
Exactly that. And my experience, my setback, you know, you've seen Beautiful, my short film that I made during the, you know, in the midst of the pandemic. Thank you. Yeah, it's but it's a mini one, right? It's about a minute or two, but still has a story for those of you that, you know, think that you need to tell 5-20 minute feature film length stories. Can be told in any amount of time. It just depends how creative you are and how ambitious you are to make that story happen. And what I'm trying to get at is, with this film, I'm very honored. I'm very grateful that it's been getting festival attention. I call it a world tour because festivals have been emailing me from Italy, from New York, from Tokyo, from South Korea. And like I said, it's a huge honor, but there's a part of me that it's like, I'm not going to fly to South Korea. But the one in LA, for example, that was the first festival they reached out. They were in LA, California, Los Angeles, and I ended up winning an honorable mention. And I'm saying to myself, you know, if things were normal, I could see myself flying out for the weekend, you know, watching the movie, talking to people in the industry. That's the perfect place. And I couldn't do that because it was online. And, you know, that just, it always kind of bugged me in a way. Obviously, it's not the festival's fault. It's not really anyone's fault. It's the virus's fault. But the virus isn't a person. Can't blame him or her or whatever. What am I talking about? But the virus, you know, it is what it is. It's the circumstances we're in. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the conversation, is you have to just kind of go with it. Right, man?
Yeah, and you sort of owe it to everyone, dude. Like that's the way I think about it too. Like when I first started off, I was sort of like, do I want to show this or do I not want to show this, or like this or this, until my film started to get better at the start, you know. And now it's like you owe it to all those people who work so hard on it to get it out to as many people as possible, because it helps everyone, you know.